and gentlemen, welcome to our Environmental Awareness Panel. Today, I am Nefeli and
I am Magis.
we're gonna talk with our guests about some environmental issues. Give some love to Leontina and Anna that are gonna talk about waste management. Giovanna and Amela are gonna talk about renewable energy. John with the topic of green fuel, and Olga about policy advocacy. So, Leontina, what can you tell us about waste management?
Good afternoon, everybody. Waste management refers to the systematic administration of activities that provide for the collection, source separation, storage, transportation, transfer, processing, treatment, and disposal of waste. The primary goal is to minimize the adverse effects of waste on human health and the environment while maximizing resource efficiency. Challenges are volume of waste, waste segregation, financial constructions, regularity and policy issues. But some of the opportunities are circular economy, technological innovations, policy and regulation, public-private partnerships, 3Ps, education and awareness programs. Thank you.
So, how are recycling limitations affecting environmental sustainability?
Not all materials are economically and technically feasible to recycle, and not all countries have the places where you can actually recycle the products that could be recycled. So, thank you.
Thank you very much. So, Anna, what do you have to say about waste management?
Well, as Leontina said before, waste management consists of collection, transportation, disposal, recycling, waste, and it's generally monitoring the waste of human activity. The challenges that waste management has are, first of all, individual, like there's a difficulty in reducing waste in a consumist society. Also, there is a gap of awareness and education on how to treat waste, and that's connected to the fact that recycling is not applied effectively. Also, composting is not that widespread.
But what about the industrial waste?
The challenges with industrial waste, I can start with that there are not so strong policies and there are unclear regulations about how to handle industrial waste. Also, there's not effective monitoring from the government. And also, I need to point out that eco-friendly and sustainable methods and designs in industries take effort and money. So most of the times, they are not applied because profit is usually more important to them. Generally, also, I had to add that the low funding for research and there is low funding for research. And sometimes the results of the researches are not applied. Yes. I can talk about...
So, let's go to a small break for some advertisement and we're back. Hello again, I'm here with my partner Nefeli.
And my partner, Agis.
And we have some new members here, Elena.
That is gonna talk to us about conservation.
The sector that I represent is conservation, as Nefeli said. It is preservation and protection of the environment and the ecosystems that inhabit them, that live there. And the question is, what are the challenges and opportunities in the sector for promoting environmental sustainability? So the challenges are the lack of knowledge and awareness. For example, we can kill a bug that is endangered species without knowing that it is endangered. But also, the problem is that people don't know how their behavior affects the ecosystem. So we can know that they're endangered, but we don't know how this affects the environment. So the lack of knowledge and awareness is the main challenge that we have to focus on. Also, no mechanisms to regulate the ways that humans damage the nature, and also the ways to preserve it. No funds to support the act of conservation, and the final thing is no motivation to act as individuals. We can have the knowledge, we can be aware of it, but if we have no motivation to act, we can't change anything. So, how to promote environmental sustainability? First, by education. We can focus on schools. We all start from schools. And I think that it should be included in textbooks. Children should learn more about national parks, endangered species. But we do learn about that, but only on the national level. And we don't know, for example, we can be tourists, but not know what is endangered in those countries that we visit. So we as tourists can affect the environment as well. And schools can also organize educational trips and visits to national parks where they can learn. Also promotion of volunteering on TV, on social media, so anybody can join in cleanups, influencing the influencers, the artists that have a huge following, so they can impact the mindset of people.
Amazing ideas here from our Elena. Give some love. Let's move on.
Can we please pass the microphone to Giovanna? That she's gonna talk to us about renewable energy.
Okay, when we talk about renewable energy, we have a lot of opportunities, but also challenges. One of the biggest challenges is wide use of non-renewable energy sources. It takes time to replace all the non-renewable energy sources we are used to with renewable ones, which are better for the environment. And second challenge is that maybe right now we don't have enough space and money to replace all non-renewable sources with renewable ones. We need space to build wind power panels, money for solar panels, and so on. Opportunities, by using renewable energy sources, we significantly reduce water, air, and environmental pollution in general. In this way, we protect the planet, but also increase the quality of our own life.
Yes, but how would you say that the use of renewable energy sources affects our health and the living beings around us?
The air we breathe and the water we drink significantly affect to our health and immune system. In the air and water are when air and water are clean and with high quality, we will notice numerous benefits for our health. We achieve this by using bicycles or electric we class filling thermal power panels and maintaining forests. Also, all these factors affect plants and animals, and therefore the quality of fruits and vegetables, food in general, which come from nature.
Our biggest love here.
Thank you.
And now, Amela, what can you add to the subject of renewable energy?
Yes, so as we know now, renewable energy is energy from natural resources that are replenished on a human time scale. And its importance stays in the fact that it mitigates climate change, reduces dependency on fossil fuels, and promotes sustainable development.
What is the connection between renewable energy and electric cars?
Okay, so while costs are, sustainable charging is the main connection. Electric cars can be charged using electricity from renewable sources and reducing their overall carbon footprint. So also I can mention energy storage, that advances in battery technology for electric cars can also benefit renewable energy by providing efficient storage solutions for solar and wind power.
Thank you very much. So, John, green fuel.
Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to highlight the power of green fuel as it promises a cleaner and more sustainable future. First of all, I would like to speak about the electric cars. As we know, electric cars are supposed to be the best solution for almost every emission problem that exists. However, as we know, electric cars are not so green as they seem to be constructed by rare earth elements. And the other problem is that the batteries used at the electric cars are not fully able to be recycled. So it needs to be better research on green fuel. Right now, the best and most realistic option seems to be hydrogen and methanol. Beginning with hydrogen, if it is used as a fuel, when burned, it has water as an emission. This probably seems perfect, but hydrogen has problems when it's being produced. Right now in the world, mainly hydrogen is produced by fossil fuels. The best and only option to use the hydrogen as a totally green fuel is to produce it only from renewable energy sources. The second option is methanol, that as we know is carbon based. However, it can be characterized as a greener fuel, as when burned, it produces much less carbon and greenhouse gases emissions. The best way to produce green methanol is by carbon that gets captured for carbon emission points.
I can tell this is a very serious matter. And do you think there is enough industries to produce these green fuels in the world?
Right now, there are not enough points to produce green methanol and green hydrogen.
Okay, let's thank you.
And now, Olga, what can you tell us about policy advocacy?
So, hello to everyone. What I want to achieve with my short speech is to emphasize the transformative power of policy advocacy on environmental issues. Environmental advocacy is presenting information on ecological issues as a way to encourage audiences to adopt more environmentally sensitive practices. The power of advocacy lies in its ability to turn passion into policy. It's about mobilizing communities, influencing lawmakers, and driving forward initiatives to protect our environment. However, the path to advocacy is not without its challenges. Defending and fighting for environmental policies. Sorry.
Applause.
Wow. I lost my train of thought. So, defending and fighting for environmental policies often encounters significant resistance from powerful industries. Additionally, misinformation, climate denial, and a lack of trust on elected representatives can hinder progress, making it crucial to both educate and engage the public effectively. Policy advocacy has been a powerful tool against the immense challenges like climate change, pollution, and unsustainable practices that threatens the planet's futures and our lives. I can give an example. The Paris Agreement, which is an international treaty on climate change that was adopted in 2015. It was a treaty about climate change mitigation. And the advocacy efforts that led to the Paris Agreement show us the strength of global unity. Nations coming together to commit to reducing greenhouse gas emissions is a testament to what we can achieve if we do push for change. On this note, I want to encourage everyone to use their voice and continue to advocate for impactful environmental policies. Now it's the time to act and take the opportunity to build a sustainable future. Thank you.
Thank you. It is really important to remember. It's really important to remember that we can take actions as individuals. So could you please provide us with some specific actions that individuals can take to support environmental policy advocacy?
Thank you, Nefeli, for the question. Of course, individuals can support environmental policy advocacy in several ways. First of all, we need to educate ourselves and others about key issues and existing policies because knowledge is power. Second, we have to get involved with local and national advocacy groups. These organizations can provide tools and platforms to amplify our voices. Of course, we can always contact the elected representatives. For example, attending town hall meetings can really influence policymakers. Also, since we are the young generation that uses social media, it's a great tool to raise awareness and really support causes. And finally, just participate in your community by practical events like cleanups and educational workshops, because every action, no matter how small, matters.
It is very true. Thank you very much.
So, a big applause for all our guests here and their amazing ideas. This was Environmental Awareness Show, and thank you very much for your support.